We're gonna try this again.
Here we go.
Get the people back in the room.
Here we go. Here we go.
Um. I'm gonna try to share it, I guess. That's crazy. So we're back live and figuring it out. Man, it's kind of good.
We figuring it out.
Get the people back in the room. Let me see, can I get my baby girl back in here?
So do we have a different link?
Yeah.
All right.
Or tell them to go to TNT. It's live on the jank right now. You know what I mean? They should be subscribers anyway. Yeah.
That's right.
But you know.
We've been dating long enough.
Oh my. Let's get married.
Let's get
If we're supposed to.
That's it.
You know what's interesting? Some people don't date. That's what my brother would say. Y'all shouldn't have never even dated.
Yeah, people go through that. go through that a lot.
You see something you like, and then you say, you shouldn't even have dated. That's what we talking about with Adam and Eve. Just do the part you supposed to do. Man.
That's it.
This ain't got a lot of blame game in it, though.
Right. I guess we got to get to that.
Let's go. Let's back up. Not too fast. All right. Anybody in the room? Tell us. Let me see, can I put this on my page again?
Yeah,
Where did I have it? We still sharing it. Invite your people. Come in the room. Invite your people in here so we can try to get back on the good foot. Let's see what. Sorry about that, y'all. Yep, we back. Go ahead, brother.
There's a fine line between, let's say, faith and laziness.
Oh my.
Right? Just because you believe God, that don't mean that you just go sit inside your kitchen and don't do nothing. Right? But at the same time, there's this balance where you still have to allow God to do what it is that you want him to do or that you can't do. Miss Karen had asked before, like, if you try to do it, then where's your faith? And that's a real thing. Like, you can't do it. If you could, you wouldn't need God to do it.
Right. That is a great question.
Yeah.
And there's a charge, though. I think we trick ourselves to equate our faith with our our praise or our worship or we feel like we're connected to God, so then we have big faith. But you have put him in a corner, back corner of your closet, to pull out, watch this, control again, whenever you deem necessary. Yep. So after I just been laughing about this a few times with some people. After you've mucked it all the way up, God saved me. And he was like, I didn't put you right there.
Right.
I didn't want you to be right there. I didn't, that wasn't in the plan for you. No. Yep. Why you right there?
Didn't do it.
Man.
Well, you're going to be harassed.
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, you can be on TNT. Tell him, come on.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, we good.
Yeah. Got the people riding up on us. We just came and using our faith, we started again and we just pulled up and here we are. But that's true, don't you think?
Absolutely, 1,000%. I love that. Like, that we use our praise. Like, that's a really, really good.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
That's a barometer of our faith. Like, so the person that shouts the most, you must got big faith.
Mm-hmm. No.
No. Right. No.
Just emotional. Just emotional, Carl Thomas.
That's a good song. So emotional.
Heard it today.
That's a good song.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with praising God, though. We always got to put these things. Nothing wrong with doing it exuberantly.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with emotions. Yeah, have them.
Exactly.
God they should not supersede your mind power, your thought process, your cognitive reasoning.
Exactly.
We've been discussing about in the first chapter of Romans. It makes no sense. There's a list of things. God abhors these things.
Yep.
These things are explicitly with an agenda to go against God.
Yep.
And one of the things that it says, being mean,
Yep.
disobedient to parents, and making no sense.
Right.
Or without understanding.
Yep. Without understanding.
I think that's akin to being difficult. Being difficult.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Featherston, you come on and be on TNT, sir.
You can say hi.
You can say hi. How you feel about Adam and Eve? Was Adam wrong or Eve?
Adam.
Oh, there's a man that said Adam. Okay, that's it. Take the responsibility. Adam, don't put it on the women.
Their eyes weren't open until he ate.
The what? But say, but how about?
The eyes weren't open until he ate.
Until he ate. Got that. Got that. There it is.
There it is. We didn't even tell the story.
Boom. He did boom too. That's it.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
That
Disobedience,
preacher won it just by itself.
Man,
Go ahead, sir. You got it. I'm done.
Nah, I mean, we all done. I mean, at the end of the day, okay, so y'all know what happened. So God told him not to eat the fruit, not an apple, the fruit.
The fruit.
Of the tree.
Pomegranate.
Of
What
the knowledge
is it?
of
Fruit.
good and of evil.
I'm thinking the fruit don't even exist no more because you can't handle it the first time.
Nah.
So I'm gonna take that whole jank from you.
I think so.
I'm not gonna make any more of these trees because y'all can't handle it.
I heard a preacher say
You always want what you can't handle though.
Yep.
Or that's outside of what you don't have.
Yep. You
Ain't that
always
true?
want what you can't handle. And that the first sin was man trying to gain the knowledge of good and evil to be like God. And we haven't gotten it right since.
Which goes back to we still want to be in charge and in control.
Still want to be in control. I want to tell you what's right. You want to tell me what's right. I want to tell you this by our standards, and our metrics are off.
Wow.
Been off since the beginning.
Wow.
But they ate.
Wow.
But the order of eating was Eve ate, then she gave to her husband.
That when we come back, we're gonna deal with that about Eve and the price of disobedience. But go ahead.
Okay, she ate, gave it to her husband. Their eyes were open.
Yes.
They realized that they were naked.
Yes.
They tried to solve their naked problem.
Right. So nothing went wrong with being naked at first.
No.
You had a different focus.
Yep.
Before that.
Right.
Sometimes you can know too much.
If you
Because it caused some other issues.
Right.
Starting with disobedience, but then knowledge.
Right.
From the beginning, it was weaned out incrementally, a little bit. Do this much, follow the instructions.
Yep.
Wow, that I just got that now. That's
the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, it says, I believe Genesis 2 ends with they were naked and not ashamed.
And not ashamed.
After they ate, they were ashamed of their nakedness.
Wow. They gained some knowledge.
And
yeah.
Well, from that, right, then God comes, asks them, why y'all hiding? Adam is like, yo, we naked. We didn't want you to see us naked.
Yep.
And God, who told you were naked, bro?
Who even said that?
Where'd that come from?
Who even said that, man?
So just
who said that? Tell me now.
And then God said, did you eat of the fruit of the tree that I told you not to eat? And Adam says, man, you gave me this bride.
The woman you gave me.
The woman you did this.
You did.
You
now here we go again.
sleep.
Placing the blame. Get it all for you.
That's right.
You did it, God, and you're God.
Right,
so
right, it's got to be your fault. You took my rib out. You gave me this woman. You gave her to me.
That I did not ask for.
I asked for the woman.
I didn't ask for it, and you gave it to her, and now I'm in trouble for that. That's funny, dog.
Hilarious, man.
It's gonna be a lot of people not laugh. I want to see the comments, but I can't.
Let me see if I can
but
get some.
That's funny to me.
It is hilarious. We should do a comedy routine.
We should. I'm probably gonna do it, just like I said about the women with the 3 days. That's funny to me, man.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
Yep. And then she says, well, the serpent, something that you created too, God.
Yeah.
Kind of confused me, and I did eat. And then God gives us the instructions. You're gonna be cursed in childbirth. Your desire is gonna be for your husband.
Yeah.
Adam came from the dust. You're going back to it. Thorns and thistles. You're gonna have to work now.
These are the prices.
These are the prices.
Can I interject one thing?
Come on.
I want to backtrack just a little bit. So, not much.
Trying to see the comment.
Subtle. And the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
There's some parts in there we didn't really read, because Genesis 1, people know the story,
right.
So we wanted to get into certain tidbits and explode those views.
Right.
So we can read portions of it, but I charge you to go and read
absolutely
top to bottom, and then read a different version.
Yeah.
And then read another version.
Yep.
Stay away from English Standard Version, ESV. Stay away from that. But in the other ones, read it. And then come back and comment and let's have a dialogue.
Right.
But it says, hold on, let me see, can I find this? That the subtle was serpent. The serpent was subtle.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after committing this infraction, now the serpent is cursed to crawl on the belly.
Crawl on the belly.
Which means prior to that, you were not.
You're not crawling on the belly, right?
My point that I want to get to is, and this is for everyone, this is not a woman thing with Eve, or just a man thing. This is for everyone. Things are not always what they seem. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What it appears to be is not always that. But what you can count on is the instruction.
Wow.
The instruction don't need your help. It don't need you to figure it out. You can ask more questions about it to get more clarity.
Right.
That's actually welcomed.
Absolutely.
I think God, older people used to teach, don't question God. And then we learned that is wrong.
Yep.
Because if God is our friend, we can have a question.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
It's a question. We want to get clarity. Definitely question. Right? But what you're absolute about is the instruction.
The instruction ain't changed.
When you start putting you on it, then it's a problem. But here's the caveat. Not only is the thing going to come against the instruction, it's going to be subtle. And you said that. And not only is it going to be subtle, this part right here. This the part right here, y'all. This the part. Because, again, I want to be clear. It's not just for the women. I'm saying it specifically because I want to get to these men. I was talking to some people earlier.
Yeah.
It was subtle, number one, but the biggest part is that it's going to be what you like. Yeah.
Let me run to that.
What'd you say?
Keep talking. I'm gonna run to that. I'm going to run to that scripture.
It's going to be what is appealing to you. Whatever your proclivity is, your frailty, your desire, your lust, your wantonness, your brokenness, your you can insert something there that's yours, so it could be personal. We all need to, this part we need to pick up to get, individually.
Yep.
Whatever that is, he is coming to you with that.
And when the woman, Genesis 3:5.
Talk to us, Reverend.
3:6, saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and a tree to be desired.
And a tree to be desired.
She took up the fruit thereof and did eat.
Yeah.
And gave also unto her husband.
That's 3:2?
3:6.
3:2. We need to go back a little bit, I think, though.
Let's go.
The serpent, Genesis 3:1. The serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, Hath God said ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Did he really say that?
Right.
Poke a little hole in that, just a little one.
Which he said nothing like that.
He said, listen, this is what I was geared to get to. The importance of the words. We talked about this not too long ago. We are all, including Pastor Joe, including myself, including you boomers in here and everybody that you ever been connected to. We are all under a spell. Watch this. The spell is a continuum, as Pastor says, with the language that we speak.
Yeah.
Now, there could be good spells, bad spells,
Right.
but we are all under a spell.
Right.
The incantations of the spells are our sentences with the intentions. See that? Incantations, intentions. So if we want to worship in spirit and in truth, then we sing a song like that with that incantation.
Absolutely.
We worship you in spirit and in truth. With spirit and truth, we
Right.
worship you. Put the words together, Lord have mercy. With that, words are made up of what? Letters. Catch this. Letters are put together to what? Spell words.
Spell. Yep.
It matters what you say and how you say it.
Yes.
First thing, she knew what the instruction was. She heard it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she heard it correctly.
Absolutely.
Adam said, hey, God said do this. This is what we're going to do is do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Boom.
Don't mess with it.
Got the right instruction. For the sake of this discussion, she got it right. When it's represented, it got some twist in it.
Yep.
Now you're under a spell. You're getting under a thing. Am I making any sense?
Man, you are elucidating.
All right, I'm done. You go ahead. I just wanted to make that point. Like, it's not always what it seems, number one. And then when you're presented with something, even that can be different. And you have to be mindful because it will be presented to your liking. That's my whole point.
I mean, it's such a crystal clear point, particularly the story is the object lesson, in that, I mean, he said it. It kind of doesn't matter what anybody feels. You're always going to have to land in the instruction. And God is very, very clear. You can ask questions.
You can ask questions.
You can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
But the instruction is clear. And if you go back to the story, and that's why he said you got to read it. The nuance of the serpent. God didn't tell them that they couldn't eat of every tree. God told them that they could eat of one tree.
Of one tree. And it's mostly the same words.
Mostly the same.
Rearranged.
Right.
And the intent is different.
Right.
Oh, man.
He says, don't eat of one tree, but the question is, did God really say y'all couldn't eat of all the trees?
See how that worked?
You see how
see how that worked? And it's playing on your vanity. Watch this. Your vanity, your self-indulgence, masturbatory. That's the word we used to say earlier. It plays on that because now I feel entitled. He gave me all of this.
Right.
Why I can't eat that one? Did he really say that?
Right.
I'm gonna, and he poked a hole in it.
Yep.
What kind of man did Eve like? That is what the serpent looked like. Now put yourself in Eve's place. What kind of man do you like? That is what is in your place. The serpent. Promise you this. One thing for certain, two things for sure. It don't have to be a person. What situation are you trying to manipulate in your favor so it can be outside of what the instruction is?
Right.
Guys, it's not just for the women. He will come to you in what Satan, will come to you with what you like and desire. Subtle. Oh, man. It ain't blatant. You do everything loud and big. The book said God has a still small voice. If Satan, if the enemy in all of his insolence wants to be like God and dares to approach the throne and try to take over, why would he not mimic that?
Exactly.
Subtle.
Subtle.
Soft.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Subtle. When Satan was tempting Jesus, he's
Say it.
literally using Bible.
Against the word. How do you use the word against the word?
He's gonna give his angels charge over thee.
Come on. You know that. I know that.
Like,
You know that.
you know that.
As a matter of fact, can I just say, this is the last thing I'm going to say. I've always felt like in that conversation that he called him brother. And he approached him as that. Brother. You know, because he would do it for me. Before this decision that I made, he would do it for me. No, he would do it for you.
You know it.
We was together.
I know you.
Brother.
I know
He
you
addressed him like, this promise is one. I might say some more, but listen, this is I got to get it last. Did you know, because this is Bible study material, that the enemy, Satan, the devil, slew-footed demon, whatever you want to call him, clubfoot, was initially the original morning sun.
Lucifer, son of the morning.
The son of the morning. So, the morning star, that was Lucifer. We often now refer to Jesus as that.
Right.
The bright and morning star, bright morning star.
Right.
That was Satan's name
That's what it was.
from the beginning. I just wanted to say that. That's very, let's be clear on that.
Let's be clear, man. If we got into a study of Satan, we really should do this. But
matter of fact, y'all mark that. We got to do that, brother.
Yeah,
because it's so much more.
Study.
It's layers.
Right. It's just layers. Like, I mean, the Bible teaches us that not only was he essentially the chief musician, but that his body was literally made.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, it says live.
Okay, well, look, let's get some.
Well, let's finish it up, man.
It's talking to my brother.
Before it locks up again.
Before it locks up again. The people who don't like this conversation, they trying to get us. Facebook and Instagram been messed up all the way.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother. I'm done.
So the price was, I mean, it's the price that we're living with right now. The Bible teaches us, and this is very interesting because we have the debate, well, was it Eve's fault, was it Adam's fault? And it seems to me that the word of God really blames Adam.
It does seem that way. But everybody else blame Eve.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Adam tried to blame Eve.
The woman you gave me.
But Romans talks about the fact that through one man's sin, sin entered into the world. That's the price of disobedience. I believe 1 Timothy 2 says that Eve was deceived, Adam was not.
Eve was deceived. Adam was influenced.
Right. He was influenced by her deception, right?
Woo.
But Adam knew, the Bible seems to tell us that Adam kind of knew what he was doing.
He knew.
That she got confused and didn't know what she was doing, but he knew what he was doing.
You know, we talked about Samson last week. Samson was deceived. He knew the instruction too. But them foreign women had everything he liked.
Yep.
He still did it. Vexed.
Sore.
Vexed him to death. Like he almost was like,
unto death.
Dang. Why y'all vexing them to death? Why? Don't vex them to death.
Don't vex them.
Men, don't allow yourself to be vexed.
Don't get vexed.
To get off your square. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Wow. That's funny. I try to laugh about everything, but
yeah, it's funny.
people not gonna find it funny. We should laugh more. We should laugh at ourselves, be able to,
right.
And then laugh at other things, situations. But anyway.
Yep.
Oh, we were talking about serenity prayer too. Serenity prayer.
Oh yeah.
God grant me the serenity, peace, to accept things that I cannot change. That's really good right there.
Right.
But as God so always does so awesomely, we have more. Exceeding. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can. And this very fittingly at the end to tie it all together with a bow. And the wisdom. The wisdom. To know the difference. Not the feeling. The wisdom. To know the difference. It's rest in that. because I'm wise about it. I won't even engage what is beyond my courage and outside of my grasp. I won't, because I got peace about it.
It covers the aspect of faith and works, right? Because there is a faith aspect that has to come when you're asking God, but then there's a works aspect.
Yes.
There's certain stuff that you need to do too.
Yes, correct.
But then again, the wisdom.
That's why it's at the end.
Yeah.
So because
that's that piece, that wisdom piece.
Yeah, man.
To know the difference.
To know the difference.
And a lot of times we're functioning in error because we're not wise enough.
We're not wise
to discern the difference.
Well, we're not functioning in wisdom. We're functioning in emotion.
Emotion, yeah. I feel like I gotta.
Right.
God ain't doing that.
Right. In this series, we covered Jonah, which didn't have no woman influence. This is what I said earlier over there.
Right.
Jonah didn't have no woman influence.
Nope.
So now that crushed that whole jank. Like it's always on the women, you know what I mean?
Right.
No. And for the whole series, we picked men. So Jonah, done. Then we try to cover everybody. So you know what? Let's go to Abraham for all the married folk.
Right.
Got you.
Right.
Boom. She influenced. He did it. And this is interesting, the parallels to Adam and Abraham.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
Adam being a father, Abraham being a father. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, but the parallels are very, very interesting.
Right.
God gave the instruction to him.
To the head, yeah.
The head. They don't like, well, they might be okay, but people ain't gonna like that you call the man the head. How they feel about that? What do you?
I mean, he's the head. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not a thing. It's not a value of worth. I say this all the time.
You do.
There's a head, but your head isn't more valuable than your heart. You know what I mean? Like It just is what it is. It's not. We have to stop making stuff things that's not.
It becomes semantics.
Right. It's not a big deal that a man is created as the head of the woman. Okay, it's cool. It's all right. It doesn't make you inferior as a woman. It just means that God gave you a covering.
And everything you was taught that comes against what he just said, that's wrong. Not what he said.
Right. Women are not inferior to men.
Hello?
Right? That's not what God did.
Y'all can boom on that.
Let me help y'all out. Tell everybody this all the time. All of us were created on day 6. Okay?
Everybody.
Adam was formed later, right? But all of us got the same birthday.
That's good.
We were all spoken into existence when God said, let us create mankind in our image. Boom, right? So there isn't any inferiority. It's a matter of order. And in this context, whenever Abraham, even when he was functioning in error, we about to get crazy again. Even when he was functioning in error, God honored their relationship.
This is crazy.
Because she stayed in pocket and in order. As soon as he started listening to her, he then now relinquished the responsibility that was given to him, and now their family is functioning out of order. It's a matter of order. You had said something. What was this that you had said, that everybody wants to be a leader until you count up?
Yeah, until you see what it costs.
You got to count up the cost.
You see what the cost is, then you don't want to be a leader too much more.
Right. And here's the cost.
You want the benefits, but not the work. The responsibility.
There's a price of disobedience, but there's also a price or a cost of leadership. In that Eve, the Bible is clear that she was deceived and really doesn't really bear the brunt of that level of responsibility. Right. Why? Because she wasn't the leader. Adam was.
Right.
And if you're going to be the leader, you have to accept the responsibility.
Yeah.
Both of those you lead and those you follow.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. Reverend, that's good. I personally, you did a transparent moment. Can I do one too?
Yes, sir.
I am guilty of, remember I said a couple of weeks ago, should we strive to keep the peace or seek it?
Right.
I am completely guilty of trying to keep the peace regularly in my life over time.
Right.
I'm less guilty now with the awareness of this.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have been completely guilty of it and still fall into it.
Right.
Still. I'm working on that. But I am very my senses about it now are super heightened.
Right.
And I'm much more able to unplug from a joint that's not going to be peaceful and seek peace.
Yep.
Which is our obligation should be anyway.
Yep.
Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the rest of it going to be added. All. So why would I seek something else? Peace is in the kingdom.
Right.
Love, glory,
yep.
Joy, faithfulness,
peace. Yep.
Blessedness,
mm-hmm.
joy, worship, all of it in the kingdom, in the body. Why would I seek anything else?
Yep.
Unless it's subtle and it takes me off my focus. See how that works? Subtle.
Right.
Yeah, get you off your focus, man. Nah.
It's a tough lesson. Again, you know, we giving y'all meat sandwiches, man.
right.
And a lot of times, you know, I've had this conversation with my parents as their pastors and have kind of raised me, and I'm one, that sometimes leadership is uncomfortable. Jesus was very clear, and if you ever get the chance to study the personality of Jesus, he was very hard on the people who were supposed to be in leadership. He talked to them like, what's wrong with y'all? You're supposed to know better. The whole John 3:16 is Jesus telling Nicodemus, how are you a Pharisee? You don't know this stuff.
How do you not know? He was hard on him. But the people can't take that weight.
They can't take it.
But they want the
right. We have this
that's true.
Image of our Lord being very weak and lowly and humble. But no, man, he would come and say, you're blessed if you're not offended. Because I'm gonna say something.
Woo! I say a lot of things that offend people, brother.
Hey, man.
What is that about?
Hey, that's not on you, though.
And it be the truth.
Boom. If you speak the truth in love, if you get offended, that's not my problem.
So why I shouldn't be made to feel bad.
No.
I shouldn't pick up feeling bad.
Nope. But it's part of that seeking peace, keeping peace thing.
I know I'm guilty of that. You know what I mean? I was talking to the people over there I was at J&K, I told y'all, and just even in sharing, first of all, if I'm talking to you, Pastor, if somebody else come and get in it, first of all, I'm not talking to you. That's number one. But you can't say that to people. You should be able to say that to people.
Right.
Because it's the truth.
Boom.
And it's in love. Excuse me? I wasn't talking to you. Or hold that thought. Or, you know, why are you interjecting? So now when I turn the sights over here to put you on the radar, you know what I mean? You put yourself there. But when I squarely turn up and give you some information, now your feelings hurt. What are we talking about? I tell this story all the time about, we got to get off the line, man. But anyway, go ahead. I tell the story about the women's rights movement. Actually, I was telling some people yesterday with the women's rights movement. But I was having this conversation with some young cousins of mine, men, boys, two of them, as we're talking, and my brother comes in, other men come and join it. But it's the fellas over in the corner.
Right.
My aunt, whose house we're at, she walks past, you know what I mean, in another part of the room, but she can hear it because we're talking, it's animated, it's a good time.
Right.
But I have the mic, and I'm addressing what my cousin said. I'm saying, no, that is wrong. The women's rights movement was a farce.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she heard.
Right.
And it became an argument.
Right.
And because I'm the nephew, now I can't say nothing back. But I'm... How do y'all feel about that in the comments? Tell me. What? That's not right. And I said, wait a minute. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him. And I think you should get all the information before you start running off on that down that street.
Right. Right.
Then it all just kind of imploded and exploded.
Of course.
We had a family function, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Now, as it starts deteriorating quickly, that's comical to me, right? Because I wasn't talking to you. What? Why are you in this business over here? Yes, you're a woman. Yes, I was talking about women. But but I wasn't talking about you. And if you had held your peace, you would have seen that my whole point was empowering women. It was for women.
There it is.
And more explicitly for black women.
There it is.
I'm an advocate for that, for the strength and power that you have, Queen.
Come on.
I'm trying to hold you up to your right place. But I got to give you this knowledge that you've been duped. She didn't like that she had been duped. And then being in the wrong place, like in the wrong. But it's the truth. Why don't we start at being wise, using that wisdom, and being in. Everybody got to be in their place. Yeah, I know y'all don't like to hear that. People don't like to hear it. You got to play your position and be in your place, man. I tell people I can't be the quarterback and throw the ball to myself and play wide receiver.
You cannot.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be playing point and then throw the alley-oop and then run down and play the 4 and dunk it. Like,
right.
no.
It's not gonna happen. You cannot do it.
Why would I want to?
Right. You can't do it.
So yeah, anyway.
But yeah, man, context.
That's an interesting thing. I'll explain that later for y'all inbox if you want to learn about why I said the women's rights movement is a farce.
Oh, that's a whole nother one.
That's another thing.
We'll get to
but the basic thing is I was taking the pressure off women, black women. They've given you, it's been wrong. You've been wronged. You've been duped and unfairly done. And we both believe that it shouldn't be that way. And whatever we can do to make it not be that, just like we talking about Eve, people pointing the finger to Eve, you got to say, wait a minute, get that off of her. The instruction came to the man.
That's right. Came to him.
Yeah. Take up your cross. See how that worked?
Whew, I love it.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm done, man. I mean, I'm done. The price of Adam's disobedience is he brought sin into the world.
Yeah. So the price is death? Like the wages of sin is death. Anyway, I mean, that's replete in the Bible.
Yep.
Death, work, more work. They're different. So first you had work and now you got jobs.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Jobs and work. Like, come on, man.
Everything, if you think about it, it's kind of, we're going to put a bow on it. Because we've
been out here over an hour. It don't seem like it, but this is.
Everything that's wrong with the world came from that.
Can you imagine that? Let that sit right there for a minute. Everything.
Yeah. But let's do this. Let me preach.
Well, let me say this. What are you responsible for? Everything came from that. The things that are happening now around you are people connected to you. What are you responsible for? That's what I'm saying. It helps us do a self-examination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we won't be hardy and high-minded.
Right. Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because it doesn't absolve us of personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it stems from that.
Right.
But that's where it was birthed. You still got to handle
your business.
But as I was going to say, the redeeming aspect of the story.
Come on, bring it back, sir.
That while the curse came, there's also the promise.
Also the
promise that we're going to have a savior. You're going to bruise his head. He's going to bruise your heel.
That's right.
But he's going to come, and through one man's sin came death, but through one man's life comes redemption.
Yes.
And so Jesus the Christ, the living Lord, provides us that opportunity. And even though there has been a significant price of disobedience, your obedience, good God, I feel like preaching.
Come on, sir.
What does that scripture say? Giving a readiness to avenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Sir.
I'm done. I didn't write it.
Sir. That's good.
That's the book, man. That's the book.
The price of disobedience. We should marry that with the title, The Wages of Obedience.
Oh, man. That's good. Yeah.
What is it worth?
Oh, man.
Ain't that good? Ain't that good?
What is it worth? It's worth so much.
So much. Eternity.
Bro. Done.
Right. What is it worth?
Eternity is at stake, man.
At stake. For an attitude. For a what is the joke? A misinterpretation. She knew what it was. There was no way to get that wrong. Don't do all this, don't do this.
Right.
Why? So again, we are advocates of clarity and questioning.
Right. Absolutely.
There are some things that are without question.
Right.
And without excuse. First chapter of Romans.
Right.
You looking at creation. So there has to be a creator. That's without
Duh.
That's without excuse. It don't need to be questioned.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it don't matter how you fashion it in a savvy way.
Right.
It don't have to have a question on it. Right? All this you can have. This one thing you cannot have.
Man, I could
go ahead,
I
man.
could put your whole message about that. And it don't even come from me, but I can't do it.
Go ahead, brother. Listen, we here.
I can't do it.
We got some people. Just give us a taste. I mean, okay, that's not a pun that I intended, but that's funny.
Just like you said, the fact that things are created means that there's a creator.
Yeah.
But what God does is when he gives Adam this prohibition, right? It also speaks to the fact that there has to be order. And that whenever man is left to himself, things function in disorder.
I said before, you can't create nothing but chaos.
That's it.
So your full-time, overtime job is to keep yourself.
Keep yourself. And whenever there is chaos, then you know who's in charge. But the redemption is that it doesn't matter how difficult the chaos is because they screwed that whole situation up. God, the Supreme, found a way to bring order to it. And so every time there's chaos, whenever you see order, it's a testimony to who God is.
That part. And it brings it back around when he said about the promise. The promise is what you can hold on to.
Yes.
That makes you not be deceived. It's absolute.
It's done.
How can you be deceived when you have a promise from a perfect provider?
Boom.
Why would you do something different? Because it's you, not your will be done, my will be done. Wow. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yes, Eve was wrong.
Yeah.
But Adam was wrong for following. He got the instructions.
That's right. No
Stop blaming Eve.
Can't blame Eve. It ain't
Stop.
no way around that. Nope.
Stop. And when we're talking about Adam, don't even bring up Eve. If we're talking about this right here, why are we talking about something else? That's what they were doing when I said at J&K.
Right.
This is what we're talking about. Adam was wrong. The name of the thing is the price of disobedience. Adam, right? We did Jonah. I went down the whole thing.
Right.
We did Jonah.
Right.
We did, you know what I'm saying?
Samson,
Abraham. We did Samson. Now we're doing Adam.
Right.
The price of this. Why we can submit it's like a court case. We submit a couple of elements of Eve, but the focal point is Adam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that simple.
And the defense attorney is gonna try to get you to focus on Eve,
right? To
get his client, his or her client, like don't look at this part of it. Eve. No, this is what we talking about. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, I don't know, brother. That just hit me right there.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been wonderful.
It is. I can't wait to look back at the comments. I hope we had some good stuff for you.
I know.
We had 40 minutes. The first one was like 20, 30 minutes. We well over our time.
Yep.
I think it's a lot more, it's kind of comfortable in the car.
It is.
Just kind of like conversational.
Yeah.
But yeah, where would you like to see us? I think at some point we can have a meeting place. Y'all can come to one space, but we can find a place to meet up and be doing it, with a few more people.
Yeah,
we can do it in the car with a couple of people, or we can get a live audience. That's what we would like. What y'all think?
Y'all let us know, man.
Say it in the comments. What's the other one you say we're gonna do? I'm gonna run the tape back.
Satan.
We're gonna talk about him.
Oh, I can't.
Satan.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be
the
really
evil
good.
one.
Yeah.
The most beautiful. You have in your mind, you don't have to admit it right now, but I know it.
Yeah, we know.
Of a horned, red,
pitchfork,
fiery.
Right.
You have an image of that. Just like you have an image of a blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus.
We got to stop that.
That don't look like you. Lord have mercy.
We got to stop that.
We got to stop that.
We got to stop that.
But my point is this. You have been, in some ways, duped. Like we talk about on TNT all the time. It's not exceedingly. He is a jealous God, but for not for the reasons you were formerly taught. Right. It's not that.
Nope.
We talked about money. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of it is, which consequently is greed, which can be applicable to every other thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So we've been attacking aggressively these things that we've been taught wrong, incorrectly.
Right.
And this thing about Satan is one of them.
Yeah, we got to definitely do that. We definitely got to do that. We got to hit that.
We got to hit that. So we will be, that's coming soon.
Coming soon.
We can do that. We're going to do that. I'm going to teach y'all that Arabic phrase, the opening to the Al-Fatiha. We're going to get that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next week.
Cool, let's do it, because I need to learn it.
Or, in the coming weeks.
Yep.
All right, listen, I'm going to say it right here, and then I'm going to teach you what it is, okay? Right, here we go. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I say it again. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. It means, we seek shelter in you, God, from the rejected one, Satan. Now, that's good to me, just saying it in English and Arabic.
It's great.
And to use it as an opening to a prayer is even more amazing.
It's great.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And then the Al-Fatiha is the first surah, the prayer that you learn. Basically, like, it's akin to Our Father which art in heaven.
Right.
Not Howard. Hallowed be thy name.
Howard, right, did that.
We have to learn how to. I was addressing at the Regent University singers rehearsal about prayer and doing your hands like this, right? And Muslims pray with their hands like this. Mm-hmm. And we throw shade, we as in them, Regent people, the conservative, I was speaking, this was in the room. I said, praying like this simply is a posture of receiving.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to receive from the masterful giver?
Come on.
The giver of all gifts, good and perfect.
Good and perfect.
You start with that.
Right.
And when you address him, you just address him in all of his splendor and reverence. The infinitely compassionate. Creator of all you see and don't see. Ruler of the worlds. Like, okay, go ahead. I'm done. We're going to learn some of that. That's good to me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I love y'all.
We love y'all.
Price of disobedience.
Don't pay the price.
Don't pay the price. You don't have to.
Don't have to.
Because there's a promise.
Ah, that's good.
All right? We love you.
We love you.
I guess we can go out.
All right.
Let's do it. Boom! Share this. Share this. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. All right? Peace.